Something's a bit different there, innit? Alright guys, my name is Frank, and yes, I am back. Happy New Year to you all. I am very excited to be making more videos for you guys, and as you can see, our video today is an absolute banger. So I thought I'd reflect a little bit of the greatness of GTA Online last year, because we get so many great cars that came into the game, and I'm going to give you my personal top 10 right now. So let's get this started. The first video of 2017. Let's fucking go. So kicking off the list at number 10, I have got a car which I know a lot of you guys won't be expecting to be this far down on the list. The Pfister 811. So let's start off talking about the styling of the 811. Now there is mixed opinions in the GTA Online community about the looks of this thing. Now I personally kind of like it, but I know there's a lot of people that don't. But it is quite a nice homage to the 918. It also kind of reminds me of a Koenigsegg Regera at the back. It's just the way the lights are sorted out as well, and just the whole rear end. Now I do kind of agree, the front kind of looks like a snail. I have to say that if they kind of make the front end look a bit more cleaner, then it would be an overall better looking car. Now the interior is one of the best in terms of supercars in this game. It's not in your face, but it is very like proper high-end luxury style, which is kind of rare for supercars in this game. It's kind of more freaking in your face and jazziness everywhere, but this is quite plain and sedate like most Porsches are. Now in terms of driving, it's absolutely phenomenal. The speed of this thing can break your neck. It is unbelievable, and the grip as well. Now if you've not originally seen my review on this car and my build on this car, I'll leave a link in the description below, because I highly recommend you going and checking it out, because I was freaking amazed by the handling of it up on Jay Leno's road, or should I say for the people that are just joining the channel, the roads up behind Rockford Hills. It is phenomenal there. It's an absolutely fantastic supercar, and it is well worth the money. I know it's got Marmite looks, but if you can get over that, then I would highly recommend this thing. But the reason why it is so low on the list is because it's been out for a while, and it's kinda became like a hidden gem in the supercar world of GTA. But I still drive it from time to time, not all the time though. But yeah, it's definitely a worthy car for just going blasting up the hills. Next up is a car which I practically begged Rockstar to bring into the game, the Ocelot Lynx, aka the Jaguar F-Type. Now as you would expect, if you've been on the channel long enough, one of my favourite things, if not my favourite thing about this car, is the looks. Now I did say at the start there that it is a Jaguar F-Type, but it's also a combination of other things, including an Aston Martin DB10 when it is completely stock. That's essentially what the back looks like, and a Maserati Gran Turismo with that Project 7 / Gran Turismo custom bumper which you're seeing on this. Now I was a little bit sad on day one which I got this, because I wasn't a high enough rank to get the back bumper which you just seen on it, because that makes it a complete Jaguar F-Type. So big thanks to Rockstar for actually listening to me and bringing the car in, because it is my favourite car. If you're joining the channel via this video, you will know that now. But the interior is pretty good, kind of sports GT-ish, kind of what you would expect. Nice blue stitching on the seats as well. Not exactly the biggest sort of room in the rear, but that's to be expected by a coupe. But in terms of noise, this thing growls like a freaking tiger, man, or should I say a Jaguar, because that is kind of what it is. But in terms of drifting as well, you can just easily tap the handbrake, get it sideways, and you'll be having a lot of fun with this thing. But I like to think of it as kind of like an all-round sports car in the game, because the Masacro, or the Masacaro, however you pronounce it, it's probably one of the best, I should say, in terms of like being an all-rounder. But this, I think, takes the cake for me. I know a lot of people might disagree, but yet again, it's my personal preference, and feel free to let me know yours in the comments below, guys. But yeah, I do really like this thing. If you take it out of the equation of it being a Jaguar F-Type, it's still a fantastic freaking sports car, man. Granted, not as fast or maybe as good looking as some of the other cars in the list, but if you just want to sit back, blast down a B road, or even cruise, or do anything sports car-ish, then this thing is ideal for you. So we'll just need to see what is going to happen with my choice in terms of sports cars when the new Spectre comes out. Will the Lynx still be king for me? Will that be the king? So number 8 features a certain category of car which I never thought I'd see in GTA Online. Amphibious cars, or should I say in this case, an amphibious pickup. I think you know what it is. So if you've ever wanted to live out your Top Gear fantasy, then this is probably your best vehicle of choice in GTA Online, because this is obviously heavily based on Jeremy Clarkson's Toyota and Nissan, because the Toyota, I believe, didn't have the steel drums at the side of it, whereas the Nissan did. But it's got a big outboard motor on there and a big fucking gun. No, it isn't Doom, but it is a big fucking gun. So yeah, as you would expect with like the rusty Karen Rebel, it isn't exactly got the nicest interior. As you can see, there's like tears on the seats and everything, but the view in the back, holy shit. I mean, who looks, apart from the army, out of their back window to see a big freaking gun like that? But the footage you're seeing right now is some muck around footage that Andy actually captured for us, so big thanks to him for taking part in this video. But he wanted to test out and see if we can get the car up the kind of rapids near the Sandy Shores area, and it actually done it very well. I was expecting to get it stuck, but it's truly great. I really like this thing in terms of conquering all of the terrain in the game, because it's not a bad off-road vehicle, and it's definitely a very cool amphibious vehicle which can, as you can see, destroy boats. It can destroy boats whenever you want. So yeah, definitely if you're a Top Gear person or just like a general car nutter, this one is for you as well. It's a lot of fun. Go and check it out. Number 7 is an old classic which I think every single person which plays GTA Online has wanted for a very long time. The Pfister Comet Retro Custom. Now, just like the 811 which I put down in number 10, I think this is a car which also has Marmite looks. Some people might like it, some people might not. I personally do, but at the back, as you can see here, I think it kind of looks like the Nightshade, which is the old Camaro, kind of squashed down into a more circular form, because the lights heavily remind me of that car. But I wanted to kind of go for like a classic look. But speaking of classic, it's kind of annoying that we can't take the RWB kit off it, or the BGW I think it's called in the game, because I think it would look very clean without it. It does look pretty clean the now, because one, I haven't put a massive spoiler on it like every fucking GTA person on YouTube, and two, I think the yellow and everything goes very nice, especially in the interior. As you can see right here, it's all yellowed out. It's the banana Porsche, that's what you should call it. But it's got all the kind of Sultan RS or Super Sultan RS style interior, with like the gauges, the carbon fibre, racing seats, roll cage. It properly puts you in a racing driver mood, and that's kind of be to expected from an old 911, because that is what they're one of the best at doing, racing and just being a proper driver's car. Now, I'm not going to turn into Motor Trend, I'm not going to turn into freaking Evo or anything here, and that is the reason why a Porsche isn't at number 1 on my list. I'm only joking, but yeah, it's still a bloody good car. I know it only came out a couple of weeks ago, I think it was just like last week at the time of recording this, but I have driven it loads. It's just a nice car to attack the bends in, because unlike the Lynx, which I mentioned earlier, this, you get the feeling, is just made for the back roads and just made for like the twisty stuff. I know this gameplay kind of shows me going along like a highway, but it kind of suits the back roads more. It's a proper good racing focused car. Now, I haven't done any races with it online yet, but I do get the feeling that it would perform very nicely indeed in the races, because it just fills you with confidence, this car, and that is very comforting in a GTA game, because we all know the AI cars are a bit mental sometimes, but this car will definitely get you out of some sticky situations, unless you can't really help it, which most of the time is the case. But something Rockstar could actually implement in the future is the option to get rid of the RWB kit, and also add in a proper Singer style of kit as well, with like electronic spoiler at the back which raises up, and just an overall more classic retro look. Bear in mind, I know this is meant to be the retro custom or the retro 911, but not everyone likes the RWB kits. Some people like the cleaner look and just the stock looks, which personally I do. But that doesn't shave any points off of this thing, and as I said, still one of the best cars to come in to GTA recently. Now, just like the Porsche at number 7 there, the number 6 car on my list, and no, I'm not saying sex. If this is the first time you're watching my video, I am not saying sex. I'm Scottish. I can't fucking help it. But the number 6 car is a very highly requested JDM legend. Yep, you guessed it. It is the Annis Elegy Retro Custom. Now, this thing is based on an R32 Skyline and an R33 Skyline. Now, I know a lot of you were actually hoping for an R34 GTR style car, but at the same time, I'm not complaining, because from what I've done to it in the past couple of weeks, I've done a Fast and Furious build, but that leads to the actual reason why I changed the car, because everyone was driving around in them things, so that is the reason why I've customized it like this. It's in carbonate red, and oh my god, it suits it. Very nice colour, and a very nice interior as well. I've made it all red in the interior to match the outside, and it's probably one of the cleanest looking cars that I have got in my garage. And as you can see here on the back, we have got, I think it's the NASCAR or the stock car spoiler. Now, I know it might look a little bit out of place, but I personally kind of like it. It kind of adds more of a drift missile vibe to it, if you know what I mean. I know there is a drift missile livery for this, but I kind of wanted to keep it clean. That is generally what I like to do with my cars. But as I said, I had it in a Fast and Furious style, but I wanted to change it up because I know a lot of people were driving that. But apart from that, the grip, just like the Retro Comet, is phenomenal. I don't know what it is about these Benny's cars in grip. It's unbelievable around the bends. The noise as well, although it's no freaking RB26 or any other thing like that, like a 2JZ, it still sounds pretty damn cool for what it is. And the amount of flames that it blooming punches out, man, it's unbelievable. It's like a freaking fire starter, man. But the one thing I love about this car most is its endless customization, essentially, and it allows you to express your personality, because there is a lot of cars in the game which has a lot of customization, but personally I think this is the one that kind of makes you, if you know what I mean, in the GTA Online community, because as I said, there is a lot of liveries for it. Obviously you've got shit tons of paint combinations, and you've got shit tons of like body customization and spoilers and stuff like that. So this is kind of me, kind of representing the clean crowds right here. It's quite a good cruiser, I should say. I mean, I know you wouldn't really expect it because it has like racing setups and everything, and like a freaking roll cage, but it's a really good cruiser if you just want to just blooming go down the coast road as we're doing right now. It's not too bad indeed. And in my opinion, it just edges the Super Sultan RS, hence the reason why that is not on the list. Same with the Banshee 900R. They are not on the list. They are good runner-ups, I should say that. They are good honourable mentions, but in terms of custom versions, this and the 911 take the cake. So we're climbing the list and we have already reached the top 5 cars. Now, position number 5 was a very tough one between two similar cars, the Pegassi Tempesta and the Pegassi Reaper. Take a guess which one I picked. Nope, it is not the Tempesta, it is the Reaper. Now, as I'm sure you all know, for proper car people, this thing is based on a Lykan Hypersport. Now, around the back, it does show a little bit of Lamborghini Huracan as well, a little bit of Sesto Elemento in there too, but the rims are straight off the Lamborghini Aventador SV. They almost look pretty much identical. Now, this thing has been through a variety of colour changes in my time of driving it in GTA Online. The first colour I believe was lime green, then it was black, then it was white, and now it's this kind of skyish blue, which looks very nice indeed. And yet again, this has blue stitching just like the Lynx, and I love when GTA and Rockstar actually have cars like that, if you know what I mean. They put in cars which has really cool touches on the interior. That was a cool shot right there. Now, in terms of driving, comparing it to all the other supercars on the list and all the other cars in the game, it's probably one of the best. Seriously, it's hands down probably one of the best handling cars in this game. It's not scary, it works with you. It kind of reminds me of the retro custom Comet, because just like that car, the car just wants to work with you. It wants to make you go faster. It wants to boom and get you in a corner as smooth and as accident free as possible. It's just a great car to drive, man. And the noise as well, what a freaking noise. I bloody love it. Now, another thing that I like about this car is that you can actually change the colour of the engine bay. Now, as the old saying goes, the littlest things add up to make the biggest difference. Although you can't really see it that much when you're just walking around the car or taking it to like a car meet in GTA, it's pretty noticeable. It is damn pretty noticeable, especially if you open up the car. But it's probably one of my favourite looking cars that have come into GTA in recent DLCs and this year overall, because I do like the sort of evil looking supercars like the Aventador, the Lykan, McLaren 675LT. That looks pretty damn evil, especially in black. Now, I know a lot of people might think it's a little bit expensive, because it is. It's like 2.5 or 2.2 million credits in the game, which is pretty damn insane, but you're getting a car which, as I said, welcomes you into it and just welcomes you driving it fast. It's just basically shouting at you, going like that, come on, give me what you got, go faster mate, go faster, I can handle it. But there is 2 other supercars on the list which I think are better. So far on the list there's been sports cars, amphibious cars, supercars, but this one might surprise you considering how high it is on the list. Of course this has to be on here. It is the little Fiat 500 Abarth, otherwise known as the Grotti Brioso RA. I think that's how you pronounce it, Brioso, correct me if I'm wrong guys. But yeah, I requested a Fiat 500 Abarth to come into the game for a very long time, and Rockstar actually done it, so it's a really cool looking little car. This is my custom version, obviously with a bigger bumper, like scoops on the bonnet and everything, or if you're American, hood. It's fun in the definition of the word, seriously. It's probably the most cheerful car in this game, because it makes you giggle every single time you drive it, because it's very wobbly. I should say that. It's a twitchy bastard as well, I've got to say that too. It's very wobbly and very twitchy at high speed, so you do kind of need to watch yourself, but that is what makes it fun, because this has probably got the most body roll of any car in the game. Now, I know the pickups and everything have quite a lot of body roll, for example like the Sand King etc, but this, holy shit, it's unbelievably roly-poly, which is very funny indeed. But for it being quite a small car in the game, it's actually pretty quick when you do it up. It does feel like it has all-wheel drive, but it's actually rear-wheel drive in the game, I believe. But it's very nippy indeed. As you can see there, I was able to just kind of go through them little cars very, very quickly. But apart from that, I don't know what else to say apart from it's fun. Now with the black wheel arches and some of the more carbon fibre parts on the car, it does remind me a lot of the Audi A1 Quattro as well. Same sort of shape, it's more squarish than the Fiat 500. I should know because my mum has an A1. Not the Quattro, although I would freaking love that to be the case, but they're very, very expensive. They're in about 40 grand a piece. And I know that's very expensive for like a freaking little hot hatchback with like 290 horsepower, but it's really, really cool. Really, really cool indeed. And that's what this reminds me of. But obviously it's a barf through and through, and I highly recommend it to you guys if you just want to jump on GTA and just have a laugh with your pals, because get a squad of these things going around the city and just have a few races, because you will be rolling on the floor laughing with just how much fun this is. I think you'll notice a theme. I think you'll notice a theme with this car. So top 3 time it is, guys. I am very excited to present these to you. My top 3 cars of 2016 in GTA Online. There's been some absolute belters, but these are the best of the bunch. And at number 3 is one of my most personal favourite cars of all time. The Imperior ETR1, otherwise known as the Lexus LFA. I truly don't have any words to say about how beautiful this thing is. Well, apart from beautiful, but honestly, it is one of the most striking looking cars in GTA Online, which has came this year. It's bloody brilliant down to the smallest detail. Now, I know it's not precisely the Lexus LFA. It's got a little bit of a mix of the Toyota FT1 in there and the new LC racing concept, but to my eyes, it is essentially a Lexus LFA, but kind of more of a racing version, which is pretty damn cool, if I have to say so. The interior is just your like standard custom one, but I think it does go pretty damn hand in hand, and it also looks a lot like the real life LFA's interior, just the way it's laid out. But me and Andy took this thing up to the roads on Sandy Shores, and I completely forgot just how good this thing is to drive, because it's been a little while since I've hopped into this thing because of all the new DLC recently, but this is still one of the best cars in this game for just driving pleasure. It's the exact same story about the Pegassi Reaper, which I mentioned earlier, but just bumped up that little bit more thanks to the incredible striking, almost Darth Vader styled rear end, and just the looks overall, and the noise. The noise is pretty freaking bonkers in this thing, although I would have preferred like a proper howling V10 noise like the proper real life Lexus LFA, because in my opinion that is the best sounding car in the world. Taking Clarkson's quote there, but yeah, in the world. But the one little touch which they could have added to make it a complete package, or even better than it is right now, the active spoiler. Rockstar, why didn't you bring it in? That's like one of the biggest features of the LFA, and it's got enough room on the back of the car to freaking have it. So yeah, that was the slight disappointment with this car, but overall, oh my god. Just the looks, the noise, the handling, just everything that I've mentioned about most of the other cars on this list, but pumped up to 11. So if you're looking for a very striking supercar and one that will give you a lot of presence at car shows, then definitely check the ETR1 out. It definitely deserves your money. So we've now only got 2 cars left, guys, and to give you a clue before I mention them, they are both very recent cars that have been released in GTA Online. But now I present to you the amazing runner-up. Now, I was in the group of people which were begging Rockstar to make an updated version of the Truffade Adder, aka the Bugatti Veyron. Well, thank God that the Bugatti Chiron happened and we got this, the Truffade Nero. Not only is it one of the coolest named cars in the game, it's one of the coolest cars of all in the game, It is supremely filled with class, as you can see by the looks with the two-tone paint job. The lights are phenomenal, they're very, very unique for this thing. So is the interior too. I really like the interiors of the two Truffade cars, both the Veyron and the Chiron, but obviously the Chiron has a bit more joie de vivre to it, a little bit more spice, I should say. The seats, as you can see, are very thin, very carbon fibre filled as well, so it gives that very expensive look. And we also get to see the big engine in the back. So in real life, it is a W16, I believe, with several radiators and several turbos. But I've got to say, they have transferred the car over to GTA almost perfectly. First, the back end wasn't really a big thing for me, but I kind of like it now, because it kind of looks like the Tron Nemesis at the back with the way the lights are styled, and also the 2017 Ford GT with the way the exhaust pipes are. But the one thing that made me put this car at number 2 alone, just for this reason alone, is the freaking active aero spoiler. If the ETR1, which you saw previously, had that, then I don't know, that might have been a tougher choice between them two. But since this has that, then it is up in number 2. And it's not only for that reason, because it is freaking crazy. It's freaking crazy in terms of acceleration and handling as well. I never expected that from a Truffade car, because the Adder, it's okay, it's not my favourite handling car in the game, and it's not the best handling car in the game, but this, holy shit, it is freaking amazing the amount of grip that you get on it. It's like it's got fucking super glue for tyres, man. Unbelievable. Possibly the most impressive thing about this car when it was launched is its price. Now, the Adder when it was launched was 1 million. Now, you've got to remember that was way back in September 2013 when the game first came out. But as you've seen, DLC has got a lot more expensive over the years. For it only being $100,000 more than the Adder, then that is pretty damn impressive. Now, I know there's another 600,000, maybe more, slapped onto that if you want the custom version, which is based on the GT Vision concept, but that gets rid of the active air brake, and hell no. But I know what you might be thinking, Frank, how the hell can you beat a Bugatti Chiron based car? Well, take a look at number 1, and I'm sure you'll agree. Yeah, I know this one's a little bit cliche and it's a little bit to be expected, but as I'm sure you've figured out, the number 1 car on my personal list for 2016 DLC cars in GTA Online is the Imponte Ruiner 2000. Now, if you're like me and you like James Bond movies, movies where there's a lot of spies in it, where they use a lot of gadgets, then you are going to freaking love this car. Now, obviously, it is based off of the Pontiac Trans Am, which was used in the original Knight Rider series, not the brand new one, but it's just dripping with cool factor, this car. Seriously, I'm almost lost for words with it, for how good it is. It looks fantastic. It sounds fantastic because it's a muscle car and a big deep throaty V8. The interior is just mental, properly based off of kit, which I really, really like because it's got a big sort of carbon plasticky looking dashboard, but the interior is roughly the same as the normal Ruiner in the game. It's just a coupe, like an old muscle car, but it's freaking fantastic. Seriously, I can't stress enough how much I love this car. Even though it's only been out for a couple of weeks at the time of this recording, it has just jumped right up to the top of my list in terms of fun factor, because that is what this list is based on. What has touched my heart the most and what I've had most fun with, because it has freaking rockets and machine guns. What else can you ask for? Now, I know the Toyota or the Karen Rebel Technical Aqua has a big fucking gun on it, but this car has parachutes, it has machine guns, and it has rockets. What else? What other things do you want? Seriously, what other things can you ask for? Holy shit. And the fact that you can do crazy stunts now with this thing, for example, jumping from a cargo bob, which I've already done with Andy, that was a lot of fun to do. Jumping from building to building, there's endless possibilities with this car, but there's only one thing that I think would make it better, actually two things, If they combined the amphibious car style of the little quad ski, where the actual wheels kind of tuck up, and make it an Aqua car, and also put the rocket from the Voltic in this. Oh yes. So I've got nothing else to say about it. I've just basically said everything in one big hyperspasm right there. It is by far my favourite car of GTA Online in 2016. Well done Rockstar for bringing all these cars in, and I cannot wait to see what is coming in 2017. Definitely save up the money to get this thing. So there we go guys, that has been my list for the top 10 DLC cars for GTA Online in 2016. I cannot wait to see what Rockstar are going to bring out this year, and I am going to be doing a list of my most requested cars for GTA Online in 2017 pretty damn soon. So if there's any other top 10s that you want to see guys, then please do let me know in the comments section below. But for now, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye.